Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Barefoot Minis. We've had a wonderful thaw, and it has revealed a lot of mud and dirt and poo, but it's been wonderful because even the chickens have been able to go out that haven't been able to go out because they don't want to touch foot to snow. So they've been glad, and the ducks even got to go out one day. Let's see if we can see those ducks zoomed in. There they are. That's Vivian Lee. She's waiting patiently for some fresh water, which I will give her in a bit. But it's just been lovely. It's gonna cool down again by Saturday or Sunday, I do believe, and we'll start getting snow again. But it's gotten up to the 50s as a high, but you can tell we had so much snow and ice that you can see where all the buckets were being busted right there, right by the ladies right there. And miniature horses are definitely for you if you love a before and after, if you like to see results, because if you want to see an animal clean up well. When I first owned minis, I was so shocked when their little legs would get wet, they were half the size. And so I thought that was really something. It made me excited for spring and to see what was under the coats. And the coats are a pain. They get dirty easily. They get buggy very easily, and then it's very hard to remedy the buggy situation. But I think more importantly is, maintain the condition of your horses. Make sure that they're not too thin in the winter so that they can deal with the struggles of the cold fine. And if you've worn an actual real fur coat, you understand that it's very warm, and you'll even be sweating. And then a lot of people are concerned, there's not enough polyfill in those blankets, but you think about how much hair they wear underneath those blankets, and there's plenty of polyfill in the blankets, because I think that the blanket I got for Joe is only, they call it 250 polyfill, but it was a lot more because he has a full winter coat. Another cool sign of spring for us up here, up north. And you see these naughty, dirty blackbirds on the barn. They're starlings, and they're very interesting in the fact that they sound like a robot. They make very many robotic sounds, vocalizations, which with each other, and they really don't ever go south. But when they start getting real active in the barn, it's spring is coming. So the stallions will really start getting exuberant in March. The mares will probably begin showing signs of heat in April or May, probably May around here. But minis are so much fun when they start shedding, because you go outside like a homeless person, but you know how if a good haircut or nice clothing, when you go out to a wedding or to a dinner or whatever, and at least when I was younger, I could really clean up sharp. I could really look nice. But that's the way horses are all the way until their 30s. They get real ratty in this weather. And I just know there's beauties underneath all that ratty fur. So it gives you a lot of excitement for springtime. And these winters are so long, so it's good to have that little bit of excitement. And I wish I could show you guys earlier. They were running around. It was really cute. But yes, it's really muddy. There are a lot of what you see is what you get in my family. Life is dirty, life is messy. We don't have a show barn, we don't have loads of money, but what we do have is beautiful horses that are very well loved. So, some people with money would say, backyard breeders, but no, we very much care about the condition of the horses, the condition of their hooves, the quality of the feed, the amount of time they get grass so that they stay in good condition, haying season, to get good hay in for them. So yes, while there's some negative things like a bug issue, which you'll find is very, very common in minis, especially up here in the north, the things that are most important, that they're getting enough feed, that they're getting enough hay in the winter, that it's good quality feed, that it's good quality hay, that there's not laminitis, there's not colic in your herd, there's a lot of good health. Now, these things can happen to anybody. A horse can get dehydrated, can eat the wrong thing, can have a little bit of, the weather can change, and they can get colic. So I'm not condemning anybody who's had a sick horse or had a horse die in the middle of winter that was old or whatever. These things happen, and it's a part of it. But for the most part, you maintain, a good deworming schedule, a good grooming schedule, you keep the barn clean every day. All of these things, even though they're in a mucky, dry lot that's not so dry, all these things are really important, and that you really love your horses and you want to do what's best for them. So don't be afraid of being condemned by other breeders or whatever. It's just showing the honest truth. It's showing the reality of things, that they're not always going to look and show shape, even with the show diet or good amounts of exercise, good amounts of turnouts. So I thought you guys would like this nice little update and just show you the reality of the situation and get excited with me looking towards spring and groomed and clean horses. There's Victory coming out. He's not white. He's yellow, but at least there's no snow next to him to compare. I do have the vacuum. I wanted to try it on each one of the horses, but you can't use the vacuum when they're wet, so I have to make sure they're all dry, and then I can treat them all more with the mystery bug solution, which is tea tree and lavender. So anyway, I hope you guys are very blessed. What I've been praying for my loved ones lately is that God solves all their problems without anybody getting hurt. So you ask God to solve their problems, and He in His wisdom knows the right thing to do. But it's after you're a certain age, you realize sometimes those problems get solved through a lot of pain and suffering, and I don't hope for that for my friends and family and loved ones. I pray that their problems are solved without any pain or suffering, that nothing happens to anybody, but that He meets their needs and solves their problems. So hope you're all well. Thank you for subscribing and liking and sharing and whatnot, and being a part of this channel. And Jesus loves you.